Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm Kim Stanwood, Terranova, the facilitator here of The Answer Is You, board member for Rythmia Life Advancement Center. This is Therese from Santa Rosa. I have to say, you may not know this. We get to wish Rythmia a happy anniversary. It's 10 years this month that we have been open, and Therese is here right on our anniversary week with Michael Bernard Beckwith as our guest speaker, and we're going to hear all about how this week went for Therese. So sit back and wait, because she's a brilliant soul and she has lots to share.
Thank you.
We didn't even bring up that part, but I want to talk to you about how it was for you with having Michael Beckwith here also. First of all,
Okay.
I love this part. Therese, would you share what you just said to me? Is how did you get to Rythmia and how did you find out about Rythmia?
So I found out about Rythmia. My son, my 28-year-old son, invited me. He had experienced this a year ago and said it was the most profound week of his life and the hardest week of his life. But it is so worth it.
And was he coming back and said, Mom, come with me? Or did you say, let's go together? How did you both land here for this year?
He invited me. And I got the yes immediately when he said that. And then I also said, but give me 24 hours because I just want to make sure I'm getting the clear yes.
And how profound to have a week at Rythmia with your child.
Absolutely.
So we'll talk about more of that in a minute. But I first want to understand, what was your experience, your overall feeling, tone of being here at Rythmia for a week? And what did you come for and how do you feel now? I want all of that, however you'd like to share it.
Okay, so I came for emotional, psychological, family healing. And it was so much more. The spiritual support here, the true love of everybody and every experience, the ceremonies and outside of the ceremonies, it's all happening here at different levels of love. But especially when the raw vulnerability and the rawness comes out, the muck comes out, there's support. Like it's helped. And I have never experienced that before. And I've done a lot of psychological work. I mean, and there's great people in my life I could thank for.
Beautiful. And I love the way you said that, which is why I wanted you to say it to everyone here. The spiritual support. You haven't felt this depth of spiritual support before.
No, and I consider myself a deep yogini. I have many practices I'm committed to and beautiful people in my life. But this is on a level of the amount of it and the depth of it is just ongoing.
It's ongoing and it's profound. How deep and supportive it is.
Yes.
Now, how did that help you move through the ups and downs? How did that level of support assist you specifically?
Well, it's this is where I get a little bit into my one of the main themes of my life, which I'm aware of, is my parents divorced when I was about 8, and I have a very clear memory of that. My dad leaving the door saying, "I'm not coming back," and me begging my mom at several different times, crying on the floor of our bathroom by the heater, holding my stuffed animals, going, "You gotta get back together, you gotta get back together," and her just saying, life is hard, it's unfair, we're not getting back together. And then probably in my little brain world, it was a new stepdad comes in who was cold, wore black, just didn't know how to communicate, not safe. And so I have this theme of, I'm alone. I'm alone in this. And these people can't do it. My parents can't do it. I knew that. Mm-hmm. And so I just, it sounds crazy. I had my stuffed animals. That's all I had. And I had my
same thing. That's why I asked you earlier if you're an only child, because I completely held my stuffed animals.
Yeah, I said yes. And I have a brother, but it's complicated. I couldn't feel safe there. So I'm alone. I'm used to asking for help. I'm learning I'm called the wounded healer. I always knew I was wounded, but I thought all healers and therapists are wounded. And that's why they go into the work. And of course the wound's there, but that's how we're going to heal the wound, by helping others. So there's something very profound about that. I'm very glad I'm on my path, but I didn't hear, it's like the wound healed. The wound healed. The wound healed because I asked. I went up and I in the middle of all this, I said, I went to a shaman and I said, just tell me I'm not alone. Just tell me I'm not alone. Just tell me I'm not alone in this. I need an adult to tell me I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Because I was in my kid.
Sure.
And she was beautifully didn't answer that right away. We went through a process, and through the process, I felt that I wasn't alone. And being here was all keeps continuing that I'm not alone in this. And she gave me this tremendous gift that I want to read because it's still hard for me to take in that the miracle is that I'm a gift to my parents in the world. And when she told me that, I'm like crying. I'm like, they can't tell me that. They never told me that.
Yeah.
Yes, I could be a gift. I could go with that one. I'm a gift to the world, but I don't know if I could go. I'm a gift to my
Wow,
parents.
isn't that so interesting?
I didn't know if I could go with that
People
one.
bring you into the world.
Or whatever they're and yeah. And so big part of my like conscious intention was, let me forgive my mother, let me forgive my father. Ironically, it's easier to give my father who abandoned us than my mother who was there. There's easier than and another many gifts was talking to my ancestors easily, effortlessly. Little chunks, not like these deep, chapters of a book, but like just get to know who they are and what they're experiencing. Readily available.
I
So
love the way you said that. So you were so miracles of you learning to ask for help,
huge,
feeling completely not alone and safe
in the muck,
in the
in the
most
shit.
vulnerable shit muck
in my life, and
Okay,
they're
that's
holding
profound.
it.
The most vulnerable mess, and you feel the safest, and that you're not alone.
That's right.
That's the power of spiritual support, and as you said, love everywhere, all over the entire place. That there's this supportive, unconditional givingness, and you took it.
And I took it, and then when I learned to ask, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna, appropriately ask when it would come up.
Sure.
It would come up. And the second miracle is many miracles, but that I, for 7 years, have been diagnosed with a treatable lymph cancer that isn't curable, and have gone through infusions and just kept working. I'm so proud I didn't miss a day of work in my life with these, but that shows you how crazy workism I am.
That was the belief that you were handed. You work hard.
Yeah, you work
right?
hard. You work hard. You get through it. Life is hard,
Yep.
And yes, it's all those things, and it's beautiful, and it's amazing.
Yes.
So I went to. I actually asked for help again because I realized this is what I need to do: ask for help. And this profound man held my hand and said, took me up to the shaman, got healing, and then there was a whole healing circle that just kept going. Just people just kept healing, and we were all there. And again, I've never experienced anything like this in my life. I just don't. I don't know if it's Western culture, but I don't get that in Western culture. I haven't got that.
I think what's so important that you said is that you have never experienced or seen anything like this in your life, and you have been in practice your whole life. So it's not like this is all new, different
No,
teaching.
I'm a therapist.
Exactly. So you've been steeped in practices, and you've never experienced this depth of this. It's super important because we're always growing and evolving. And so rythmia is the timing of rythmia to be birthed right now in the world in the last 10 years to help us see more.
Yes.
So that your gifts can be delivered to the world because you're catching, I could heal my body. I could let shamans assist me in the healing.
I could ask for healing, and I had some distorted beliefs that somehow spiritually, whatever you get, you just steal and you don't ask somehow, that if it's meant God will do it.
That here, right?
I left it here, but I didn't even know it was plaguing me so much. I didn't know that was like a big belief. I just kind of accepted.
Yes, that's an important point. I want to talk about it. So
Yeah.
often, one of the joys of rythmia is through breath work, through ceremony, through classes, through listening to one another, we find pockets of beliefs that we didn't know were there.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty is when you spend a week in safety and spiritual support, we have time for those pockets of discovery to not only be discovered, but to come up to be healed, which is what you're describing. That it was there, but it came out to be healed, so you don't have to pick it up and take it.
That's right. And I could see the BS of it
Yeah.
very clearly. And that's another good point. Talking to people I meet here, what do we call them?
The other guests.
The other guests.
Now
are
they're
just-
family.
yes. It's like just things come out, and vice versa, and it's just really amazing healing on that level as well, of the community support, this everything. And then, oh my God, I even speak to the nature support. Just sitting, and I mean, I love nature, connect to nature, the star, but somehow it's so clear how we're connected here. It's just like there, where I still, when I go home in an hour, nature's still there, but I just feel the deep connection, like the roots and the stars and the trees are me.
Last night when we were dancing, we were all dancing wildly around the pool last night. And there was a moment that John Jacob told me, look up. And he was like, look at these stars that are dancing with us. So that, yes, it's the entire universe is just supporting.
The whole universe. So yes, we got the people, we got the shamans, we got these wonderful teachers like yourself, and the nature, and the staff that are just lovingly doing their service and support.
It's true. Everyone from who's cooking our food, who's cleaning up after us, it's everywhere. So speak to us about that, all the other elements, the class, the spa, the food. How was all that for you? Did you find that the flow was good?
Oh, it really works for me. The hot and the cold plunge and the mud, I love all that stuff. So me and my son would participate in that when we had the breaks to do that. The food's fantastic, and the way, just the comfortableness of, again, just these pockets of fellow guests sharing their stories. And sometimes you're holding it for them, sometimes they're holding it for you, and then a lot of times it's just going back and forth like that. So the food's fabulous, the accommodations are fabulous, the whole. I have a history in Costa Rica, which we don't need to keep talking. I don't need to, but I've been here many times.
Beautiful.
But this was so different.
Love that.
So different from the spiritual
What's going to
support.
be different when you get home with all this now? With you here now, expanded, alert, healing so many apps. What's going to be different when you get home?
Well, this is the curious part. I'm a little nervous, but not really. My deeper self is saying has to be integrated. This is your life. You're going back to your life. What's going to be different? I am committed to my spiritual practices, so that's already in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure with my work. I think it's going to be deeper with my clients' work because it's just what's happened. Yeah, and I don't even know if I'll even talk about it really.
Right.
So I don't, there's going to be a lot of mom stuff that I keep trying to accept. She's not going to change. I can't change her. I don't align with her values, and that's just how it is. But if I could hopefully over time just allow it with not going, oh, not that. Don't want to hear about materialism and, all the stuff. If I could just allow it, but that's going to take. I know it's a deep thing,
Sure.
and so if that could heal for me and for her, no, I can't change her, but she's not going to have a lot of time left on the planet.
Mm.
So if that could heal,
Beautiful.
that would be beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How speak to it for us? The relationship of coming with your son here. How did you experience that? Like for a mother and a son to be at Rythmia for a week is so good.
Yeah.
And I shared with you, my son has come and done the entire program, but I wasn't doing the program with him simultaneoly. I was facilitating. I was doing the rest of the program. So to be in medicine and to be in classwork with him, how was that?
Well, me and my son are very soul connected. I'm a part of what I do also as a yoga teacher, so he's been in that his whole life, and he's been that in the womb. So him asking me was an invitation I could not say no to. So being in it it was rough. There were rough moments where we'd come together after the practice, and he was having a real hard time, and I got real scared because he wasn't the person I know, and the big part wanted me to, come into your breath, come into your body, you'll be okay. But I had to. Well, I did go into that, and the shaman said, "Go, no, you need to give him his space, honor his space." So I had to trust the plant medicine, and by looking at them, I got that they trusted it. I was pretty insecure about it, but then again, the community support here. 2, 3 beautiful women. I just I was, I don't know what it looked like walking around, but not good. And and they just came and they just talked to me, and I calmed, and I saw the shamans working with him. I calmed myself through these wonderful beings, and we've gone. That was the most intense moment, but we've gone through up and down. Crying stuff, not really processing together, because he's really good about, Mom, you need to take that to
beautiful.
Yeah, he's really good with his boundaries.
Well, share what he said, what you noticed after he went through that hard night, and it was like a moment. What did he state afterwards? You shared with me.
He said it was one of the most experiences, that he was in another planet and getting downloads, and one of them was from Michael Beckwith, and he doesn't even follow him or study him or anything.
I love that.
And I'm like, oh wow! And so he said he was having the most profound downloads, and it didn't look like that from the outside.
Oh, so important.
It did not look like that.
Thank you for trusting the spiritual support, so you didn't interrupt his process, so that he could have those insights.
That's right.
Brilliant.
The mother part of me wanted to interrupt it, but I was held in this space because I needed, and I've never had that either.
Yeah.
I've never had that. I've never had, this is how you do it kind of thing. Until now.
Now, one more thing I want you to talk about is how is it having Michael Beckwith here as the guest speaker for you this week?
Amazing. I followed Michael's talks, and I get his shorts, and he's an inspiration to me. But he describes, here's a whole nother piece of just the beingness with presence and the divine, and something wonderful is going to happen that I know is always there.
Yeah.
I know is always there, and forget and come back and forget and come back. So having him and his vibration here is just like, that's all. This is all profoundly in this too.
Yes.
And I haven't really talked to anybody, the witness, observer, the presence, watching all this thing, because we're really going through it here.
Yeah.
And yet there's this whole other, does that make sense? This whole other part that he emulates to me. I'm sure to many other people, that is just in the big space of love. Yeah. And that kept returning to, he's in it, many people are in it. I know I'm in it, but mysteriously I was in my human grappling, but then that came through a lot to keep the flow going. And there were times where I was scared. I didn't know if it would come back, because it's really hard to describe everybody's experience, but he's holding that, the place is holding that, you're holding that.
Yes.
I
tell people that often. I'll be praying for you all night long, and I mean it.
Yeah. It's really is that. And the plants and the universe is holding that, and you just go outside and it's like, oh, you are holding me.
We're held.
And we literally held. So the people, the high souls that are doing that, and nature, and everybody in between is holding that. So
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful you were here. You're articulating this so well.
Oh, good.
This is what's possible. It's expressed through Therese today. Is that it's as you started with. It's almost indescribable because it's so deep and rich, and yet you described it perfectly, and the journey and the importance of that kind of spiritual support. And Reverend Michael Beckwith is here with us at least twice a year as a guest speaker, and we have other great guest speakers. Always check that, please. And in between those times, I am here as well. We're signing off now.
I guess.
Thank you so much. Ah, there
Oh,
it
we're
is.
back.
That was so funny. We
Yeah.
just kind of lost some of you there. All right, so I'm going to say thank you.
Thank you
so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank
Have
you.
a beautiful day, and we shall see you soon. Come see us, and who knows, Therese may be back with your son.
And this is a place for healing. This is the place for healing. This is like no other healing I've ever experienced. And I'm in it. I'm in the world of healing.
It's true.
I'm
with her.
wounded healer going to happy healer.
All right, have a fabulous Saturday. And I'm going to be right here with Therese. All right, see you soon. Ta-da, ta-da. There we go. We're done.